Hi, welcome to this video, and in this video I'm going to be measuring the Xtra Tingly, I think it's called Xtra Tingly sauce from Ed Sheeran. I actually have just uploaded a video measuring this particular sauce, which is Tingly sauce from Ed Sheeran. So this one, they rate it as a 2 chilies out of 4, and this one they rate as 3 chilies out of 4. That said, as I say, I will be measuring those hot sauces now. As I say, I just did a quick look at the Tingly sauce. If you want to see that video, you'll also find a video on our channel about the Tingly sauce. And in the Tingly sauce, we did note that it had 16% jalapenos and it was topped up with some chili extract. On this one, when I say this one, this Xtra Tingly sauce from Ed Sheeran, it says to be 39% jalapenos. So 39% jalapenos. Jalapenos, I said it in the other video, I'll say it now. Jalapenos have a reputation for being 2,000 to 8,000 Scoville heat units, but it's always very important to understand that's the dry weight. The wet weight means you sort of essentially divide by 10 because actually 90% of a jalapeno pepper is actually water. So we're talking about more like 200 to 800. But of course, there's a sort of there's a chili extract put into that as well. So we're not, that is not so well, let's say, defined. But that said, we are expecting this, when I say this, I should actually be, we're expecting the Xtra to be hotter than, let's say, the standard, because this guy's got 3 stars, it's got more jalapeno in it, whereas this guy's got, not 2 stars, but 2 chili rating, and it's 16% jalapenos, and this guy's 39% jalapenos. Anyway, enough said. I'm going to measure the Scoville heat unit using, and I suppose I haven't... I've got a food sense generation 4 Scoville meter here. I'll just take one of the chili sensors, and I'm just going to put the chili sensor into the meter now. So let me do that. One thing I would say about the sauce now, this Xtra Tingly sauce, is it is definitely thicker than the Tingly sauce. So Xtra is thicker. I've got 2 samples in front of me. This is the Xtra, this is the sort of standard. This is definitely thicker. Now that's no indication necessarily of hotness, but it could be an indication that actually the Xtra has 39% jalapenos and this one has 16% jalapenos. With that said, I have to now find the sample, which is here, thank goodness. Right, so I should sort of describe this. When I was making the video about the Tingly sauce, I mentioned that in that video I actually pipetted the sauce because actually it was thin enough to pipette. With this time I actually weighed the sauce. So I weighed out 0.1 grams of the sauce and I diluted it in 0.9 milliliters of the buffer, which comes with the Food Sense Generation 4. I realise I actually need a pipette tip, so I'm just going to have a quick look. Yeah, I've got some pipette tips here. So I'm going to put a sample onto the sensor almost now. So just load that pipette tip onto the pipette. I'm just going to actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this sample. I'll just show it to you quickly. There's some sort of chunks and bits at the bottom of this. I'm just going to give it a quick vortex. I got a vortexer here. These, when you say the word vortex, it sounds like an expensive piece of equipment. These are really not that expensive. You can get these off Amazon. It's just a standard little lab vortexer. And I will take my sample and put it onto the sensor now. Right, so here goes. That's on like that. I haven't really mentioned this too much, but I should have mentioned it. There's an app on my phone. This comes part of the Food Sense Generation 4. The app is in Bluetooth connection with the meter. I have given this sample a name. And what I will now do is just go to assay and start the measurement and let that progress. There's a couple of things going on now. The app is running. And also I've got a flashing... light here, so the flashing light tells me that the meter's running, and the progress bar here tells me that that is running as well. So we'll just let that get to completion, just in case I'm I'll just do that. So it has come to completion, and it's come back with a result of 1,121 Scoville heat units. So the first, when I measured the other source, it came back at 618, I believe it was, Scoville heat units. But this one's come back, and I'll just change cameras here. This has come back at, make sure you can see it. My apologies. I'll just read it myself. 1,121. So, not definitely, but yes, it's clear that actually the Xtra is. And there's some physical signs that it's got more jalapenos, obviously, but actually the Scoville heat unit also comes back and says, yeah, this is a little bit hotter. And this might be interesting to you as well, that something that happens a lot in the chili testing industry, if you can call it that, is people have a lot of opinion. There's a lot of online opinion. So this was the, I previously measured just the, I want to call it the mild sauce. So Ed's Tingly sauce here. And I've got the result of 618 Scoville heat units, and I've also got the raw signal, so I could see the result. What I didn't mention is that every time the app runs, actually, we also get all the data in the cloud. So I can see that it's 618 Scoville heat units, and I can see the raw signal. If I just do a quick refresh on this, it will, what it will do then is it'll bring up the most recent measurement, which is here. Let me just bring that up. Yeah, it's more intense. And then I can see the signal now. So this is 1,121 Scoville heat units. It's written here, and I also get a more intense sort of peak here. So let me just do a quick summary. I just uploaded a video on this. This came in at 618 Scoville heat units. We get a result there and then on the phone. I then had some lunch, but then I just came back and measured this. This came back at 1,121 Scoville heat units, and then actually not only every time those assays run, we also save the number, who did it, what time we did it, and the raw signal. And as I say, there's otherwise there's a lot of, I wanted to call it controversy, but there's a lot of opinion around about what's hot, and nobody's really got the raw signal that actually tells you really what that result is. But at ZP and I should say ZP Food Sense Generation 4, we definitely have that. So thank you for watching. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Okay, thanks very much.